Yo, what's good? Welcome to another hip hop album review. This is part 112. The album that I will be reviewing today is All Cities Metropolis Gold, released in 1998. Alright? If you guys haven't seen my past two reviews I recorded over the past couple of days, check them out. I did a review on Ice Cube's America's Most Wanted, and I did a Predator, and I did a review on Lethal Injection. If you haven't peeped those, definitely check that out. And I did a review on America's Most Wanted like a couple weeks ago, so definitely check those reviews out. Leave your comments and stuff like that. But anyways, getting back to this album right here, All City Metropolis Gold, released in '98. For those who don't know who All City I should say, they're a group from Brooklyn, New York. I believe they're from the Bed-Stuy part of Brooklyn. It consists of two members. The two members are J Mega and Greg Valentine. They got their start back in the early 90s, particularly 1993. They actually met at Lyricist Lounge. Everybody knows about Lyricist Lounge with Raucous Records. Before that, Lyricist Lounge was like a really underground circuit where people would meet up. They would, perform like the demos and like battles and stuff like that. It was like really underground, and that's where they met. And they started going with each other, performing at underground circuits and stuff like that. And that caught the eyes of Onyx. Onyx, everybody knows about Onyx, Federal Star, Sonny, Big DS, rest in peace to him, and Federal Star. Caught the eyes of them, and so Onyx put All City under their wing, and just started grooming them and stuff like that. And around '96, they released their first single, Who That, which was like dumb short. It was like about a minute and change long, but it had the streets buzzing, stuff like that. And then in '97, they came out with their second single, I believe was called Moving On You. And the B-side of the song, and the B-side of Moving On You is a song called Basic Training, which was dope, which kind of pissed me off because it's not actually on this album, which kind of pissed me off. I hate when they do that, you know what I mean? But that kind of showed you like where hip hop was at the time. Like if you wanted certain songs, you had to go support the single, and that's how it was, you know what I mean? So but it's unfortunate, but whatever. So yeah, they came out with the second single, Move On You, excuse me. And then fast forward to 1998, they came out with this album right here, All City Metropolis Gold. Alright, what the album looks like. You see Greg Valentine right here. You see J Mega right here. You know what I mean? Pretty dope picture. Nice little drawing or whatever, the skyline or whatever. Pretty dope. That's what the album looks like. You can see them two right there chilling. Whatever. You see the track listing. It's kind of hard to see because it's like a real dark red, so it's kind of hard to see the the track listing. All right, there's 3 singles off the album. The singles are, let's see, let me look it up. Who That, the actual, which they have a video for, and I believe, I want to say Hot Joint. Yeah, the Hot Joint was a remix, was a single too as well. All right, and I want to say Priceless was a single too, but Priceless is actually the B-side of the actual song. All right, those are the singles of the album. Producers of the album. Producers are Rockwilder. Everybody should know about Rockwilder. He used to roll with Def Squad. Redman. Eric Sermon. The whole Def Squad crew. He was producing for them at one point. Still is, but whatever. Pete Rock. Shout out to Pete Rock. Chocolate Boy Wonder. Federal Star. Shout out to Federal Star. Clark Kent. Primo or DJ Premier. Latif King. Easy LP, shout out to Easy LP. V Black. Yeah, okay. So I'll make it a lot easier. Yeah, like I said, Rockwilder, Pete Rock, Latif King, Federal Star, Clark Kent, Amin Ra, who's part of the Hitman Squad. You know, the hip hop, the super producer team from Bad Boy Records, like the first generation of the Hitman, like you know Chucky Thompson, you know Amin Ra, you know Dida, you know people like that. Um, V Black, like I mentioned before, Easy LP, Dave Atkinson, and that's pretty much it. Easy LP, like I mentioned before, that's it. Those are the producers of the album. There's 17 tracks. There's not really much to really talk about the album because there's not really much to talk about as far as like subject matter. I'll just go through some of the songs. Like track one, Who That, is just a very short song. It's the first song. You know, when you hear the song, they beat, it kind of like sounds like something that would have been on Onyx's All We Got Is Us album, like that vibe, that really dark, you know, that pitched down, that really slow pitched down piano sample, you know what I mean? They really pitched the shit out of it, and then you have like the hard drums like, you know, hitting over that, you know, like hitting under the sample. I mean, that was a dope song. I just wish that song was a little bit longer, in my opinion. And I'll get into like what I was about to say. Priceless, track 3, produced by Pete Rock. That song was okay. You know, I kind of felt like it was kind of a weak track. You know, by Pete Rock. I thought the beat was kind of weak. You know, by Pete Rock standards. You know, but I guess that was the beat that they chose. But you know, I feel like the beat could have been a little bit better. You know what I mean? I don't know. I wasn't really feeling that beat too much. That could have been better in my opinion. Track 4, Mental Theme, another dope track. That was produced by Latif King. Pretty dope track. It kind of has like it has like a party. I think it's a party song, kind of like a feel good type of song. But the beat is dark. It has like the beat is dark, but it's like a dark party type of vibe to it. You know, that's what I got from that. You know what I mean? That was pretty cool. I believe that was actually a single too, but it was like an underground single. Track 5, Extreme, featuring Onyx, produced by Federal Star. Love that joint, very dope beat. I actually have that sample too. Very, very, very dope, man. Love that joint right there. You know, Onyx, they all do their thing and shit like that. Pretty dope. Track 6, Hot Joint, the remix. That was a Clark Kent joint, produced by Clark Kent, the remix. I wasn't really feeling that joint right there, cause to me it kind of reminded me of you know the Bad Boy Records era. You know what I mean? Like that. You know, back in like 96, 97. You know, like Mason and Puffy. You know, with the No Way Out album. Like, you know, when sampling pop singles from the 80s was the thing to do, because you know that's what was popping at the time, and you know it just had that vibe, and I just wasn't really feeling that joint right there. Didn't care for that joint. Track 7, The Actual, which was like one of the singles off the album, that was produced by the Primo or DJ Premier. There's a dope video for that joint right there. It was decent. I mean, the dudes they do their thing, but the beat again to me by Primo, I feel like could have been a little bit better. I wasn't really feeling the beat like that. It was kind of half-assed in my opinion, especially with Primo standards in my opinion. Track 8, Live It Up, featuring Native Souls. That was pretty cool. That was alright. Track 9, After Hours, another dope track that I like. It has like that really like that night vibe to it. It sounds like a Primo track, something Primo would have done, but it wasn't produced by Primo. It was produced by a dude named V Black. You know, it just pretty much shows about how it is in New York, the nightlife in New York in the hood, like where like at night, just like that's where all the hustlers, come out and stuff like that. They just doing their thing. They putting in work. They selling drugs in the corner. Prostitutes. Just selling their asses and stuff like that. Just regular hood shit that happens at night and stuff like that. You got the stick-up kids trying to trying to scheme on niggas. Just gotta watch your back. That's what I got from After Hours. Dead Right, produced by Easy LP. That was pretty cool. I like that joint. Times is Hard. That was produced by Latif King. That was I actually like that joint. It's pretty much, it's self-explanatory. It's just talking about, how it was growing up in the hood and stuff like that. Everybody going through hard times. Like there's times like you don't have money to to buy you only have enough money to buy food or something like that. You have enough money to buy certain things, but you can't buy this because it's out of your budget, stuff like that. Excuse me. That's what I got from that joint right there. Times is Hard. Daydreaming, track 13. That was produced by David Atkinson. That was pretty cool. They just talked about they just daydreaming, about a girl that they like, that they would love to try to get with and stuff like that. Everybody can relate to that. You just sitting in class, you're just daydreaming. You're just like, you're not even in this world right now. You just thinking about something else. And then that's what I got from that joint right there, Daydreaming. That was pretty cool. Move On You, the remix. Because like the original is not on this album. It's actually on a 12-inch. It's actually like the second single of the album. I believe that was the second single of the album. Yeah, but whatever. Move On You. That was produced by Rockwaller. Very, very dope. Love the beat. It definitely has like that vintage Rockwaller vibe to it. Definitely, it sounded like something that Rockwaller would have made back in like 95, 96. Something that he would have made for like Redman. It sounded like something that probably would have been on like There Is a Dark Side, but in a lighter scheme of things. It's still dark, but it definitely has that There Is a Dark Side vibe to it. Overall, my synopsis on this album, it's okay. I feel like it could have been better, cause the dudes could spit. They're dope MCs, but to me the problem with this album is the production. I feel like it was way too much filler tracks for my taste. You know what I mean? Because like I said, they were under Onyx, and I was kind of expecting, All We Got Is Us, like production from All We Got Is Us, like that style of beats. You know what I mean? And that's what I expected, that because they were under Onyx. I mean, you got a couple of songs that's on that scheme, but not really, because like I said, like around 96, 97, 98, a lot of MCs at that time, especially East Coast, suffered the Bad Boy Syndrome, which I did mention on when I did the Vendetta album review a couple months back, or like a month ago, whatever. I kind of feel like, they was trying to chase for the gusto, but it didn't work for them, you know what I mean? And it kind of showed with this album, because after this album came out, they got dropped off the label, because the album didn't sell very well, and then they got kicked out of the label and stuff like that. And unfortunately, this is the only album they ever came out with. But I was expecting, All We Got Is Us type of beats, you know what I mean, from Onyx. But like I said, I didn't get that. I mean, you got a couple of decent joints, but like I said, Metro Theme, Cool That, Extreme, After Hours, things like that. And you can tell some of the songs were made around like 95, 96. It just has that sound to it, you know what I mean, which I love. But like I said, I thought the album could have been a little bit better. A little bit too much filler tracks. Kind of disappointing. I wish the song Basic Training was featured on this album, but it wasn't. It's only featured on the 12-inch. You know what I mean? So it was a B-side. So, but this album's actually out of print, and it's a little hard to find. But if you find it, it shouldn't be too expensive. But yeah, man. If you like, late 90s hip hop like I do, definitely check it out. Like I said, it's decent, it's okay. It could have been a little bit better. But that's it, folks. Stay tuned for more videos. Peace.